I'm sure you were pretty shocked to see who my husband is going to be, right? From my seat, I could see every little detail on your face as you realized just who I'd be getting married to. I'm way past being simply shocked, Freya. I'm in a panic. What the hell is going on here? Why are you getting married to Carson, of all people? I was just dating him 3 months ago before we broke up, right? And right after he broke up with you, him and I started to go out with one another. And that's why we are getting married now. Stop making it sound so easy. I was just listening to what others here have been saying about you two. You and Carson have been with one another for over a year now. What the hell do you mean you started a date after you broke up with me? That makes no sense when everything else is saying you've been going out for 4 times as long. Oh, no way. You really listened well to what everyone's been talking about. Tell me what is going on here right now, Freya. If it's really the truth that you and him have been dating for a year now, then that would mean he was cheating on me the whole time, right? Well, yeah. What everyone has been saying is the truth. I'm so sorry, Alina. This whole time, him and I have been sleeping with one another behind your back. That is unbelievable. You have been my best friend ever since middle school, Freya. How could you let him cheat on me with yourself? And now you're both going to get married? Come on now. This was bound to happen, right? We're so happy with one another. So of course, we're going to get married now that you're gone. Can you just please be happy now for the fact that your best friend is getting married to your ex? What? We still have a lot of time at this wedding. There's also going to be the after party, right? I don't want you sitting around all gloomy like that, okay? You'll begin to scare the rest of the guests. Now I'm with Carson getting ready for everything. Can you please take a look in the mirror and practice putting on a smile again? Carson, what the hell is all of this? You have been cheating on me with my best friend that whole time, and now you're getting married to her. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Hey. Don't be so upset with me, alright? When it comes to us men, we always want to be married to the most pretty woman. Now to you two, Freya ended up being the most pretty.
What the hell? You think you can just get away with saying something like that? Do you not feel as though you've done something terribly wrong to me? You've lied to me this whole time about something so unthinkable. You have no right sitting around feeling as though you're in the clear now.
Think I've been lying to you?
Well, you said it to me like this. You said you'd be moving away for work, that we'd have to start a long-distance relationship. But you told me that you didn't like the idea of a long-distance relationship, and then you asked me to break up with you. And after I started to understand how I thought you felt, we broke up. But not even a half a year later, you're getting married to my best friend? What is going on here? What the hell happened to you leaving town for work?
You have a really good memory for understanding what all took place 3 months ago. About that transfer out of town. In the end, someone else ended up being elected to move. So I was able to stay in town and not move away.
Uh-huh.
I was really planning on breaking up with Freya as well then. I hate the idea of having to do a long-distance relationship and know I won't be able to last through it. But after breaking up with you, I just couldn't get myself to say goodbye to her. She's just too dang beautiful for me to turn away, but luckily, I ended up not having to leave town after all. So, after hearing that I wouldn't have to leave, her and I decided we needed to get married.
You literally love to lie to me about everything all the dang time, don't you? I know that the whole thing about you ever needing to move for work is a lie. All you really wanted was a way to getting rid of me, so that you could be with the woman you've been cheating on me with. Why can't you just tell me the truth from the start instead of wasting all your time making up such weak lies?
Hey. Don't continue thinking everything I say to you is a lie. Especially when it could very well be the truth that I'm talking about.
You honestly don't know where to end with all your bullshit, do you? I can tell that no matter how long we talk about all of this, you are never going to come around to apologizing to me.
I think you should be asking for my forgiveness before an apology. So why'd you keep whining for me to apologize? And you're the one who needs to apologize to me.
What?
Stop with all your whining and look at the reality of this situation, you loser. You caused quite the stir for the rest of my guests now by acting the way you did when you noticed that I'd be marrying your best friend. I want to apologize for all that before the end of the day, alright?
Putting on a smile again. Dang, you're still around here? I had assumed you were bawling your eyes out right now and on the run home. I'm not leaving this place just yet, Freya. You had asked me to stick around and give a speech for you today, even though I now know you as a backstabbing jerk. So even though I'm very pissed about the circumstance, I'm in. I'm still going to give that speech I promised. You really are a wonderful woman, aren't you? I've always hated how much you like to seem like you were this perfect, respectable woman. What? You were this very serious and smart girl who had even more friends than me. I couldn't even bear looking at you, being such the perfect girl, and that's why ever since middle school, I've hated you. I'm supposed to be more pretty than you, and I have all these men surrounding me. So why did you end up with more friends than I could ever make? It doesn't make any sense. I should have everyone asking to be my friend because of my beauty. Yet everyone flocked to an ugly mess like you. It doesn't make sense that you ended up being the popular one. No sense at all. Oh, wait a second, Freya. What? Haven't you and I always been really close friends? How could you have been thinking of me that way all this time while acting as though you liked me? I've been faking it. All this time, I've hated your guts. Are you kidding me? Not at all. You're just some ugly little whore who should have never ended up with a single girl wanting to be your friend. But you seem to do the unthinkable and attract all these friends. So I thought I'd do the same and do you by becoming your friend as well. By having you on my side all the time, I'd look even more attractive to the guys, and I'd be able to make just as many friends as you. I may have looked like I was having the time of my life with you, but on the inside, it felt as though I was rotting away. Rotting away? You felt all that way all along then? I can't believe this. You can't? If I was just kidding about all of this, then I would have never stolen Carson from you. You're still not going to believe that I hate you, even after having this wedding to your ex? But ever since middle school, you and I have ever been together through everything. We were always in the same class together and would always do sports together and everything. You're going to tell me now that it was all a lie? I'm sorry, but this was all in fact a lie. Ever since 7th grade, I have hated every single thing about you. What? Did you just say 7th grade? Did I ever do anything then to piss you off? You sure did. Everything you did pissed me off and hurt. The fact that an ugly whore like you could hurt me in so many ways really infuriated me. What? I will forever remember the year as being the worst year of my life. I was just starting to fake being your friend and became this popular and wonderful queen. But when I went to Jacob, who was in class above us and the class president for his grade, he rejected me when I confessed my love to him. Do you want to know what he told me, the most beautiful person in that school? He told me that he didn't want to be with a girl who put so much makeup on her face. He said it was not healthy for me to do that. And that was not all though. After that, he told me to learn a thing or two about you, being healthy, since you were my best friend and didn't use any makeup. Why the hell would he say something like that to a natural beauty like me? Why should I have to learn a dang thing from you about being healthy? What's wrong with me using makeup to make myself look even more sexy? What? Can you hang on for a second? All of that has nothing to do with me. Huh? I never knew that you confessed that you liked Jake and Tim back then. And since he's older than you, I'm sure he was just saying that to try and help you out. But if you're going to get mad about what he said, don't get mad at me. Shut the hell up, ugly. You're the ugly whore here. So you take responsibility for what he said. What? Ever since 7th grade, on the day he said that to me, I have absolutely hated everything about you. You were already far worse than me by having an ugly mug like that one by you back then. But now that we've become adults, I can see you don't even have the same strength as me to keep a man you love by your side. I am the most strong woman when it comes to men, and I should be praised for such a thing now. Yet for some reason, you still think you can do better. Well, I'm going to bury you for thinking that. You're never going to be as good as me, because I'm now getting married to a man who works for one of the largest companies in the state, and I was able to do all of this by stealing him from you. So wait, you took him from me because you thought I was trying to be better than you? You stole Hunter from me because you're so upset with me over something that just happened back in middle school? Go screw yourself. All I had to do was show Hunter a little bit of what I'm about, and he stuck to me like a leech. I'm sure you thought you were going to continue being the best, but you're no match for a woman with my looks and strength. All you are is another one of those pigs that tries to make themselves out to be more human. You ugly whore, you're never going to win against the most sexy woman ever. Wow, men are always going to go for the best looking, and it really didn't take much to have Hunter. I hope you don't hold any of this against me, because all of this beauty is natural. Now, I'm going to get back at you for all those years of you thinking you were better than me, by marrying him and being the perfect wife he's always been wanting. In this world, beauty means everything, and I was lucky enough to be born pretty. I don't even have to try for anything I want anymore, while you have to work your butt off to get even one guy. Now, you ugly whore. I was the one that left Carson though, Freya. What? As of right now, I have no feelings for Carson, and I haven't had any for a long time now. I was actually really happy to see you both getting married, but what I've just heard from you really has me feeling off right now. You stole my boyfriend from me, all because I'm too ugly to have things. Well, that doesn't make any sense, because I was the one that told him to leave, and right now, you're getting married to a man who was thrown away by someone you're calling ugly. Uh-huh. Don't think you can talk to me like that when I know the truth. You're the one who was thrown away by him. I'm not going to believe for a second that you're the one with enough power to let go of Carson. From what you've heard, the reason for us breaking up is due to him being moved out of town for work and him not wanting to do a long-term relationship. But even then, before we started to talk about that, I was pretty much over the guy. He'd already been lying to me about things for a long time, and that lie was about having to leave town was the lie that broke my feelings for him entirely. And that's why, after he told me to break up with him, I agreed and didn't even ask any time to ask for him to stay. I knew he had another woman he was cheating on me with, so there was no way he was actually leaving town for work. It was so annoying having to listen to him go on about that huge lie when I already knew the truth, especially when I also knew about his wife and child. What? What wife and child? Uh-huh. Carson had always been keeping so many things from me for so long during our time together. But no matter how many times I tried to confront him about them, he'd just go on about some other lie. Wait a second, Alina. What the hell do you mean he had a wife and child? Are they still around? Today him and I are going to get married. We are in the middle of that very wedding right now. So how the hell does he have a wife and child when he wants to get married to me? Right? You have no reason to believe that he has wife and child right now, as you're supposed to be getting married to him right now. So in order to help clear things up for all of us here, I got in touch with his wife about the wedding. What? I told her that the woman he had been cheating on her with is going to marry him today. And she replied by saying she'd be coming here right now. And even with that, she even said that in my place, she'd be giving the speech for you guys. So you can prepare yourselves for when she gets here, and I'll find myself out now. What? Wait a second. His wife is coming right now? Really? And wait, you're going to leave us at a time like this? Well, come on now. I don't want to continue watching this wedding between the man that cheated on me and the woman who faked being my friend all this time. It's making me want to vomit. Had you never asked me to give a speech today, I would have left a whole lot sooner. What? Now you and Carson have a wonderful wedding. I really hope this turns into the perfect wedding you've been wanting.
Hey, Alina, since when did you find out about me having a wife? I did everything in my power to keep all that a secret from you. You're never supposed to be able to find out about her.
A few months ago, you came back to the house all drunk off your butt, right? At that point in time, I got a good look at that ring on your finger.
What?
You had told me you were going on a small business trip out of state, right? But it turns out you were still in town that night and had been drinking with a partner of yours from work. After you came home, I saw that ring on your finger and knew something was wrong. So to find out what was going on there, I looked into your work and things like that.
You did?
I never thought that the company had always been working for Maine's office, but was out of state. Man, I'm so sorry, Carson. You weren't wrong about the business trip for you. Rather, you had it all backwards. You had actually come out to the smaller office in town where I had been living, and that's why it seemed like you were working there the whole time. Oh, I cannot believe that all I needed to do was look into what company you were working for, and I would have figured all of this out a lot sooner.
Wait.
Ever since you and I had first started dating, things fell off. Whenever I talked to you about marriage, you always seemed to change the topic and made it seem like you weren't going to be around for a long time. And that day, you came in drunk as hell with a wedding ring on. You started talking about how the house wasn't the way you remembered it before you came to and realized I wasn't your wife at all. Then you took off your wedding ring and left the house again for the night, leaving me speechless. At that point, I knew something was completely off, and that's why I looked into what was going on with you.
But this doesn't explain to me how you found out my wife's phone number. I heard a lot from Freya already. You texted my wife and told her to come to this wedding today?
Well, that's because I had to tell your wife about what was going on here.
Huh?
When you and I had finally broken up 3 months ago, I thought the right thing to do was tell your wife what was going on. I felt bad for her, because I had never known you were married to her before dating you, and I wanted to say sorry for all of that. I planned on letting her know the truth, and wanted to tell her that she was 100% in the right to ask for a settlement from me.
What?
But your wife turns out to be a very understanding person. She told me she won't hold me responsible for anything of what happened, and forgave me. She just asked I give her all the evidence I could of you and I have dated while you've been married to her. I guess she's totally fine with forgiving me, but she's not feeling that same way about you, Carson. And that's why, for your wedding, I made sure to let her know the time and place and that she could come when she was ready.
Wait. What do you mean she's not going to forgive me?
I'm not really sure myself what she's planning to do with you, but I know for a fact that forgiving you isn't a part of her plan. I just got a text from her. She just got it into town and will be getting at the wedding here shortly.
What did you say?
Now have fun with the remainder of your wonderful wedding. I'm heading home now. There's no way any of this could actually be happening. Everything is awful. Why do I have to deal with all of this right now? I hope you had a great wedding. How was it? Did you have the best time of your life with Carson and his wife? Not at all. We weren't even able to finish the wedding because it had to be cancelled. His wife actually came to the wedding and she brought her full wrath along with her. The whole wedding turned into a raging storm and not a single person was safe from her anger. Well, look at that. The wedding you had been so happy about turned into a living hell for you. Right after that, I had to go and talk with her and everything, and I was told that if I just kept my mouth shut around you, none of this would have happened to me. Had I never told you what happened, then you would have never gone to her and let her hear. Now my whole future with Carson is gone. Even my parents are aware of what's happened, and now know about how I stole Carson from you. Because of you, my mom came up to me and slapped me so hard, and the right side of my face is bruised. What? You're telling me that your mom, the one who always such a happy and smiling face, slapped you that hard? I'm sure that to you, being someone with so many friends, everyone's parents like you and treat you so well. But to me, their own daughter, they are not that all nice. Especially my mom. My mom has always liked you being my friend, which drove my hate for you even further. So after learning how I stole your boyfriend from you, after having let him cheat with me, she was just as pissed as Carson's wife. I can't believe it. Your parents were so upset with you. Because how much they love me. That's not all though. That wife has no plans of divorcing Carson, even after what happened this day. That's why she was laughing so much in my face yesterday, while telling me I needed to give up on being with her husband. What? She's not going to divorce Carson. She told me they have a child together, so she can't divorce with him that easily. But that wasn't her only reason. She also said that if she left him, he'd be able to marry me, and she didn't want either of us to be happily married to one another. So she's never going to divorce him. I see. It's usually the case the wife would want a divorce after being cheated on twice like that. I was thinking that would be the end result here. She has no right keeping him away from me. That wretch! How can she just sit there keeping him as her ATM? Was she not satisfied with the fact that he'd be paying child support to her in the divorce? What does she think she's doing? She doesn't even love Carson anymore, yet she won't let them get divorced? What a jerk! The only jerk I'm aware of is Carson. What he was doing was cheating on his wife when he has a child with her, and then cheating on the woman he was cheating on his wife with? I've gotta say, I respect her for not going right for a divorce after all that. This is not a joke, you idiot. What the hell do you mean you respect her? She is the worst witch on this earth with the most toxic freaking soul. And not only that, but she's both older than me, and she looks even more ugly than you. Yet she told me that I should be paying you a settlement after all of this. What? She wants you paying me? I had thought the whole time that Carson never had a wife, and you were his only partner. So I was 100% certain that stealing him from you would never result in me having to pay for anything. But that wasn't the case, and my parents both tore me a new one explaining all of that to my beating red face. They told me I need to pay his wife money for having tried to marry her husband, but she told me that I'm not to pay her, but to pay you instead for what I'd done. Then everyone, my parents, Carson's wife, and even some of the guests agreed that and settled on me having to pay you, of all people. Wow, well that's just some of the best news I've had all year. I'm not playing around, you ugly whore. I was supposed to become the wife of an elite businessman. I've never saved up any money because I believe I'd get easy life of being a housewife for the rest of my time on this planet. I don't have any way of being able to pay you anything. You don't. You and I have been best friends for a long time, so you shouldn't need any money from me in order to be forgiving, right? All of those people are just being crazy right now and don't understand that you and I are the best buds. It's not like I'm going to be able to marry your ex anymore now, right? Who the hell do they think they are telling me what to do and what not to do now? I'm not listening to crap from that big-mouthed old witch. Hey Freya, I'm with Carson's wife right now. What? And this whole time, she's been watching what you've been sending over me. She's been going on about how it doesn't seem you've learned your lesson at all yet. And her facial expressions are very scary right now. What? Wait, why? Why are the both of you together right now? Well, her and I have been talking about what to do next with you and Carson. And while we've been talking about that, we've been going through all of the evidence of you and Carson being a thing, as well as doing our best to get every little bit more out of you. What? She's been telling me about how she understands why you feel you don't have to be punished for anything that happened here. But she also wants to make sure you learn your lesson and never act like such a selfish and ignorant woman again like you've been with me. However, what you've been saying about the two of us shows that you have not learned anything so far. So she is going to do her very best to make sure you pay every cent you have to me. And she'll be doing by spreading everything she's learned about you to everyone she knows, even though she doesn't know. Wait, you stop that! What does she think she's doing now? She doesn't even live around here. Why is she going to try and ruin my life like that when she's in a completely different state most of the time? If she starts talking poorly about me now, that news is going to spread fast. There's no reason to do something as heartless as that to me. Well, if you pay up, then she'll keep her mouth shut and not say anything else. So my only option now is to pay you. Well, I'll be waiting to you to pay me the amount I've asked for. I'm going to leave the choice of what to do next on your shoulders. But just to be on the safe side, I'll send you my bank information. After that, I received $10,000 I had asked for Freya directly into my bank account. I'm not really sure how she had the money to do with that so quickly, but I'm going to assume she had sold a lot of her things to get the money. Also, due to prior feelings they already had for their daughter, Freya's parents used what happened here to disown her for good. And pretty much all her friends that were at the wedding left her. All of them left her with a final message saying people like her don't deserve friends and are better off staying single for good. As of right now, she's been working a job to save up as much money as she can to make up for the $10,000 she gave to me. And while she's been at it, she's gone around looking for men that will one day marry her. However, when asked what her hobbies are and the kind of work she does, the only answer she can give is that she's pretty and would one day like to be a housewife. This doesn't sit well with any of the men, and most tell her that beauty doesn't last forever, so she's going to have to find another way to make herself worthwhile for them. When it comes to Carson and how things went for him, he was forced to go back home with his wife, And there he is working at the main office in order to keep the money flowing for his wife. Most of the money goes right to his wife, and the only thing he gets each month is $100 to use on whatever he'd like. And his wife tells him every day that once their kid turns 18, then she'd allowed him to divorce her.
It is high time that you let Allie go. You are way too old for him, you hag. Besides, I'm the only woman in the world who Allie really loves, so just do us all a favor and divorce him. Excuse me? I said that I want you to divorce him. Then I want you to pack up your things and move far, far away. From now on, the two of us are going to be living in this amazing condo all by ourselves. And we certainly don't need an old hag like you hanging around and bringing us down. I'm sorry, but I literally have no idea who you are at all. Are you sure that you aren't sending all of these to the wrong person? Are you kidding me? What is that supposed to mean? Well, it means that I think you're sending these messages to the wrong number, so can you please double check that they're going to the right person? I mean, I don't know who you are, and I don't know anyone named Allie. But I don't think that anyone should be sleeping around with married men, if you want my opinion. Just who do you think you are to talk down to me like that? And I'll have you know that this is the correct number. You are Alexander's wife, Fiona, aren't you? I mean, I know that you are, so I don't get why you're trying to talk down to me. I knew that this was your number, and that's why I'm messaging you. So you listen to me when I say that it's time for you to leave your husband. I mean it. I'm the only person who should be with Allie. Wait a second, are you telling me that Allie and Alexander, as in my husband, are the same person? Did you really message me out of the blue like this just to tell me that you're having an affair with my husband? Now you finally get it. I'm glad that you and I are finally on the same page about this. But I don't understand. I know that Alexander isn't cheating on me. Well, that's the thing. I wouldn't say that he's cheating on you so much as that he's found his true love. I have his heart now, not you. I'm not just some casual fling for him or something like that. We're serious. And that's why you think that he and I need to get divorced? You sure are arrogant for someone who's sleeping with another woman's husband. I mean, do you realize that at the end of the day, you are talking to the wife of the man you want to marry, right? In fact, I don't think I've ever heard of someone telling on themselves quite as badly as you are here. Do you really think that you both are going to get away with this? Oh no, I'm so scared about what you might do to us. What can you really do, though? Sue us for the affair? Because if that's what you were planning on doing, we're already prepared to have to deal with that. Wait a second, you mean you're saying this even though you realize you could be sued? You know, I may only be 22 years old, but I have my own personal savings, so just hurry up and leave Allie already. After all, you should know that he's just obsessed with me and doesn't love you anymore, so if it's his money you want, then just hurry up and divorce him and you'll get it. Hey, Alex, are you there? I was just curious if you know a woman named Tammy.
Do I know a woman named Tammy? Why do you ask?
Well, because I just got some messages from this Tammy, and she said that she knew you. In fact, she told me that you two were having an affair and that you really love her. And then she told me that I should divorce you so that she could marry you. Then she went on to say a bunch of things about how you don't love me and all that.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Someone really said that to you?
I'm going to ask you one more time, Alex. Do you know this person or what they're talking about? And if you say you don't, then I want you to know that I'm going to have a look through your study.
Whoa. Oh, you don't have to go and do something like that. I thought I told you that my study was off limits. I know that we're married, but a husband should still deserve to have his own private space.
I understand where you're coming from, but I think that in light of the circumstance, I am still going to do it. After all, the one place I'm not supposed to go would be the best place to hide the proof of your affair from me, don't you think?
Okay, I'll come clean. Yes, I slept around with this Tammy girl. There. Is that what you wanted to hear? I confirmed all your fears about me cheating on you. What do you want to do about it now?
Alex, why are you talking to me like this? I thought that you were done cheating on me. Were you just never going to tell me until I found out about it for myself? You said this wouldn't happen again. And that was only after I caught you in your last affair 6 months ago.
Well, I'm sorry, but you know that I'm just a bit of a chick magnet. It is not my fault that after you told me to stop cheating on you that I met the woman of my dreams.
Woman of your dreams? I am your wife. What does that make me then? Actually, don't answer that. I want a divorce and that's that. If you're still not ready to settle down and get serious, then I don't see why we should stay married to each other.
Are you kidding me? I don't want to divorce you. Why would you say that? I told you the last time that no matter what, I won't divorce you.
Why not? Why stay with me at this point?
Because of my mom. Just think of the shock that it would give her to hear that her son got divorced. You know how highly my parents think of me? You wouldn't want to crush their hopes like that, would you? I mean, I started my own company. I'm a big success. I just don't know what hearing that we're getting divorced because I cheated on you would do to them. I could just see my mom fainting right on the spot.
If you really care about your mom that much, then why would you go and do things that would cause her to do that? In fact, I think that if anything, your mom would probably just let you get away with this. But I can't believe that I let myself be fooled into staying with a cheater like you.
Oh, come on. You know that isn't my fault. I'm a man. What else am I supposed to do when a cute young lady starts flirting with me? I just can't help myself when they are practically serving themselves up on a platter for me.
I can't believe that you are actually talking about women in this way.
Well, look, if you want to try and divorce me, then do your best. But the fact is that we've been together since I started my company. We've been through so much, so many hard and difficult times when I was still getting it off the ground. The only reason I slept around was because I needed a way to blow off steam. And think of the risk that I was taking with my own reputation doing something like that.
You always do this, Alex. You always justify away whatever you do that hurts me.
I don't justify it. It was justified. Do you have any idea the stress that being a company president with hundreds of workers comes with? Do you know how much pressure you feel when you have that many people counting on you to lead and provide for them? Do you have any idea how much the success of my company is riding in my image as a family man who knows how to work hard?
So you're saying that your whole company is built on a lie? Sure, you might work hard, but you cheat on your wife and always need your mom to be there for you. I mean, your mom still actually writes your name on all the pairs of underwear that you have.
And just what business of that is yours, huh? So what if I still really love my mom? I think that's a good thing.
And then you made me do the laundry and wash that underwear, which you probably cheated on me in.
Okay, fine then. If that's what you're upset about, I'll take my clothes to my mom to wash them. Will that make you happy?
Did you seriously just ask me that?
Look, Fiona, I'll break up with Tammy, okay? I don't think there's anything more to say about it. I'll buy you some nice jewelry as a way of saying sorry, okay? Then you're going to forgive me for what I've done, and that will be that.
Hey, how come you and Allie haven't gotten a divorce yet? Just how long are you going to keep me waiting, huh? Wait, what? I thought that Alex broke up with you. What in the world are you talking about? There's no way he would ever do that. He just told me that we'd have to spend some time apart because you found out about us. But he told me that he still loves me and I still love him. I don't believe this. So he just lied to me about all of that? The only one who needs to break up with him is you so that Allie and I can finally be together. I'm the only woman that he loves. And the proof that he loves me is in his baby that I'm carrying inside of me now. So just get lost already. Hold on a second. Are you telling me that you're pregnant with Alex's baby? Of course I am. And now maybe you finally understand just how serious I am about this. Maybe now you'll finally understand that he doesn't love you. In fact, our anniversary is next month, and that's when I was going to make the announcement to my friends and family about the baby. Well, I guess this must mean that Alex doesn't know either. Of course, but you must understand how great of a thing it is to have a baby of a man you love, right? Oh, wait, oops, you don't have any kids from Alex. Oh, I guess you don't know what it's like. I actually can't believe you two still have no kids after all this time. Though I suppose it's just more proof that he doesn't love you. Actually, if you must know, we both agreed not to have kids yet since we're concentrating on our salaries. It has nothing to do with love or anything like that at all. But you two still haven't had a kid yet, isn't that right? Doesn't that prove that I'm the woman he loves the most? How does that even work? I just know this little baby wants to come out and meet his father, so why don't you realize that you're not wanted and leave us all alone already? Why can't you just let the three of us live together in peace? I have a lot of things that I want to say to you, but I don't think it's fair for you to involve this baby. It's done nothing wrong at all. Of course it hasn't. That's why you should just disappear before it's born. We'll pay you $50,000 for our affair for you to just go already. You mean you two are really prepared to pay me $50,000 over this? If that's what it'll take to get rid of you, that's what I'm prepared to spend. I've already sold all the nice gifts that Alexander bought me. So you're really going to bankrupt yourself for this guy? Are you sure about this? Of course I'm sure about this. After all, Allie is the super rich president of a company. I'll be living in the lap of luxury once you're gone and we're married. He's even going to move us into a really, really fancy condo once we're together. So in the grand scheme, $50,000 is really nothing. Wow, is he really promising all of that to you? Why wouldn't he promise all that and more to the woman of his dreams? Do you finally get it? That you're not wanted? That you lost to me? So why don't you just take this money and finally leave Allie? Then we can finally be married and be a happy family. You really think you're going to be happily married to a man without a job? What do you mean by that? I mean that as of today, I imagine that Alexander is no longer the president of his company. Tomorrow, he'll probably be officially fired, but I imagine he's already lost the job. So if you want a man like that, be my guest. Wait, I don't understand. What do you mean? He's not the company president anymore. Oh, don't worry. You just wait for me to divorce him. Now that he's lost his job, his mom should be pressuring him into signing those divorce papers. I still don't understand what you're talking about. What is going on here? How could Alexander have lost his job? You do know that he was elected to that position by the board of directors, right? And you do know that they gather at regular meetings to discuss how to run the company, right? Well, the rest of the board probably voted to oust Alexander, and now he's out of a job. But that can't be right. Actually, Alexander's mom is one of the largest stockholders, and I'm sure she did a lot to sway people's minds. So anyways, congrats on stealing my no-good unemployed husband from me. No, this can't be happening. I refuse to accept this. It can't be right. Why did all of this have to happen to Allie now? Don't tell me that he's being fired just for having an affair with me. That can't be right. How could someone be fired for something they did outside of work? That's got to be illegal. Nothing was done illegally. The board of directors, including his mom, all voted on it as per the charter of the company. He's been company president for over 6 months. After that, the board is allowed to call a vote on letting him keep that position. The company charter has no rules about how the board must vote or what they should base it on. I don't believe this. And of course, these days companies are so much more strict about compliance with standards and all. Besides, no company wants their president to be known as a cheater. Just think of all the bad PR that would make for them. I know that Alexander looks good on the surface, but he's a mess just beneath. And once the board found out about his affair that he was carrying on behind my back, well, I think they were all quite shocked to find out the truth. But, I mean, don't they understand? He was only doing it because he found the person he truly loved. I'm not just some fling. I'm the woman of his dreams. What we have between us is pure love, and nobody can tell me otherwise. I mean, I am literally pregnant with his child right now. Do you want to try giving all of those excuses to my parents? Or maybe you should tell that to his mom and she would change her vote. What do you mean? Why should I talk to your parents? Well, you just might be interested in talking to them since they are the other 2 largest shareholders in the company after Alex's mom. Not only that, but the 3 of them represent the majority of the shares in the company. Wait a second. So, you're telling me that Allie's largest investors are his mom, followed by your parents? This doesn't make any sense at all. I told you that Alexander only really seemed like a catch on the surface. And as much as he likes to talk about how successful he is now, it wasn't always like that. In fact, to get his startup capital, he had to go to his mom and my parents for the money that he needed. So that's why all of your parents are the majority shareholders in his company? I don't even know what to say to that. Well, there's not much to say anyways. It's just the truth, and that's that. And his mom ended up with another big chunk of shares because Alexander's just a little mama's boy. What do you mean by that? What do you mean he's a mama's boy? I've never noticed that about him. Well, you've been talking about how you're the woman that Alex loves most in the world, but you completely forgot about his mom. In fact, when we've gone to visit his parents, I know that Alex will get in the bath with his mom. She even writes his name on his underwear. Wait, what? Are you serious? What the heck? That's so weird. And that's the man that you want to marry, the father of your children. Isn't that great? I'm sure you all will make such a lovely family.
Hey, what the heck is your deal? How could you do this to me? How could you tell my mom that I cheated on you? Not only that, but you even had to run and tattle to your own parents as well? Did you know that they all voted me out of being company president?
And just when did I say that I wasn't going to tell anyone about your repeated cheating on me, huh? Why in the world shouldn't I have gone to tell our parents all about what you did?
Do you have any idea what you've done?
If you think that you're upset, just think about how upset I was when I got a message from Tammy telling me you two hadn't broken up.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that you told her you two just needed to lay low for a little bit since I found out about you both. Did you really think that I was just going to let that pass without acting at all?
But, why is this time different? You never cared at all the other times that you found out that I was cheating on you.
I never forgave you for what you did to me, but what I did was trust that you wouldn't do it again, and that was my mistake. I just assumed that you'd be able to figure out the consequences of doing what you were doing in your position as company president. After all, I assumed that you hadn't forgotten about the fact that it was our parents who set up your company to begin with. But after realizing there was no point in trusting you anymore, I realized I was finally free to speak the truth.
But you spoke the truth and it got me fired. Now my mom is trying to force me to sign our divorce papers.
Good. Hurry up and do that. Then go and find a job so that you can take care of your child that's on the way.
Child? What child? What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me that Tammy still hasn't told you the big news yet? Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but Tammy is pregnant, and she tells me that you're the father.
No, this can't be happening. How did it all come to this? What's going on?
Oh, don't worry. I was also quite shocked when I heard the news as well. But anyways, wish all three of you the best in your lives. As for me, well, I'll just wait for you to sign those divorce papers, sue you for the affair, and finally be rid of both you and Tammy.
Wait, no, please. You can't do this to me. Not after all we've been through. I know that I screwed up by not breaking up with Tammy when I said that I would. I really will this time.
You mean you'd abandon your own child to be raised by Tammy alone?
No, please. You have to forgive me. I know that we can find a way out of this.
You just don't get it, do you? There is no we anymore, Alexander. There is only you. And whether or not you want to go and be with Tammy and your child or not is up to you. But no matter what you choose, just leave me out of it, okay?
Fiona, please. We can still work this out. Come back, please. I'm begging you. Fiona? Hello? Are you even reading this anymore?
After that, I followed through with my word and sued both Alex and Tammy for the affair they were having behind my back before Tammy exposed it all to me. In the end, I got a total of $40,000 from them both. Alexander, now unemployed, ran to his mom to try and ask her for help paying such a huge amount, but his mother was so disappointed in him that she said she never wanted to see him again. I heard that Alex nearly fainted on the spot right there. Instead, Alex made Tammy pay the full amount, promising that he'd stay with her and help raise the baby. He quickly found a job at a nearby grocery store and has been working hard to provide for them both. I have no idea what either of them are up to now, though. I blocked both their numbers, and I imagine that they've both been too busy to even have the time to think about me with a new baby. But that works out just fine for me. I just hope that Tammy never has to go through what I went through with Alex, especially considering that the two of them have a child now. But that's none of my business.
Hey there, Liliana. I'm so sorry to ask, but do you think you could send about $500 to my bank account? I'd really appreciate it. I ended up doing way more shopping than I thought I would last month, so I need just a bit more money than usual.
But I already send you $1,000 a month, Mom. I really don't think I can afford to give you any more. You'll just have to make do with what I gave you this month.
Excuse me, what is the matter with you? Are you really telling your own mother she has to go back to work?
Mom, you're not even that old. You just stopped working well before retirement age. I really think you could still handle even just a part-time job. Please stop always coming to me when you need money.
How dare you talk to your mother that way? You really are so selfish, you know that? I finally free myself of having kids or any other obligations around the house, and you demand that an old lady like me go back to work because you're too lazy to give me some help. You really want me to just work myself to the bone until I drop dead, don't you?
Mom, I'm really happy that you have time to do things that you've been wanting to do. But the fact of the matter is that I have my limits.
and I'm already sending you the absolute maximum of money that I can afford. So it's not a matter of wanting to, I simply can't afford to send you $500 more this month.
Oh, come on, you're still young. Surely you have some savings that you could withdraw money from, right? You can always make the money back, but I need that kind of money right now. Come on, don't you realize that you owe me for all I've done for you over the years? I had to raise you all by myself, and I put everything into raising you, and this is how you choose to repay me?
Mom, of course, I'm very grateful for all that you've done for me over the years. I know that Dad died early and you had no one else to help raise me. But you can't talk to me like I'm not already sending you money every month. Not only that, but I've been doing so for the past 7 years. I've been sending you $1,000 every month for the past 7 years. Are you really going to turn around and tell me that I haven't been showing enough gratitude?
Of course not. You really think that's remotely enough money to cover all that I've done for you? If you really cared about me, you would be sending me at least $2,000 a month. But you're always telling me how you can barely even afford to pay me half of that. So why don't you quit whining and just give me the money that I'm asking for? Consider it a bonus for all the time I spent raising you.
Hey Vanessa, are you there? I was just wondering about how the job hunt was going. The thing is, I would really appreciate it if you could help send some money home to Mom.
Hold on a second. You mean I'm going to have to start sending my money to Mom too? I'm sorry, but I just don't think that's going to work for me at all. Besides, I still haven't managed to find a job, so...
You mean you still haven't even gotten a job offer? Have you been applying, even? You graduated from college over 3 years ago now. The least you could do is find a part-time job or something. After all, you've been living with Mom this whole time. When are you finally going to find a place to work?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I don't really feel like going out and finding a job. I would only even begin to consider taking a position where I'm making at least $3,000 a month. Not only that, but I'm going to need a lot of vacation time on top of that.
Vanessa, I really don't think that you're going to find any job that's going to give you everything you want for an entry-level position. You have to be a little more realistic and be willing to work for those perks. Please, I really can't afford to send Mom any more money. The least you could do is try and contribute a little bit since you're living with her. It would really help me out.
And just why is it my problem if you're not working hard enough to be able to afford to help Mom out? Besides, if you must know, I'm out trying to find a rich man to marry, so don't say I'm not doing my part. Once I find a guy who is loaded, I'll make him fall in love with me, and then I'll take care of Mom by myself.
Are you kidding me? Is that really your plan to help our mom?
Of course, I realized that only suckers go out and find jobs for a living. I'm just going to live off my husband's salary instead. So that's why I'm going out every night trying to put myself out there and find the perfect man.
Actually, I remember you telling me about doing this a while ago, so that means that you haven't made any progress on that front either. Are you seriously just wasting all your time waiting for Mr. Right to come fall into your lap so you won't have to work? Is that really all you want to do with your life?
You know, I actually did find someone special once, but we ended up breaking up. He was way too stingy for my liking. He had the gall to tell me no when I demanded he keep buying me gifts. So obviously, he wasn't nearly as rich as he let himself on to be, and that's why I'm still out looking.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. How can you seriously say that that's your life plan?
I'll have you know that I've been gifted bags and clothes worth thousands of dollars by potential suitors. In fact, the last present my boyfriend gave me was a $1,000 necklace. And that was actually the cheapest of the things that he had bought me. It's not easy trying to work out here.
Well, if all you're really doing is seeing this man to get them to buy you things, then it doesn't even sound like you're going to get married. And that means that I'm still going to be the only one sending money to Mom for a long time.
Don't be ready to give up so quickly. You should know that I've actually found a guy who I feel really good about and who's super rich. So I think you might not actually have to even wait that much longer before I'm married.
Oh yeah? You mean you found someone who you think will actually get married to?
That's right. But if this is going to work, you need to send Mom and I a bit more money this month. After all, putting in the work to keep a rich guy's attention isn't cheap, you know. I know that Mom is already asking for another $500. But I think if you add an extra $1,000 on top of that for me, then we should be fine.
Oh, come on. You can't be serious about that, right? You know that I can't even begin to afford sending you that much. I'm already at my limit sending Mom $1,000 every month. That's why I came to you to ask for help in the first place. But you two just keep treating me as if I'm some kind of infinite ATM.
Oh, trust me, neither of us think of you that way. You're way too cheap for that. And if you're going to take that tone with me, then things aren't going to go well for you. Maybe I'd just choose to continue not helping even after I'm actually married. What do you think of that? Liliana, are you there? Your sister is engaged. She's going to be getting married. Not only that, but her fiancé is really rich and runs his own company. Isn't that amazing? She is struck gold.
You mean that Vanessa has actually found a rich man willing to marry her? Are you serious?
Why are you sounding so surprised? It's obvious that a cute girl like her would be able to find a man like that with no problem. After all, she went to college, comes from a good family, and she's a looker. She's an all-around catch. Now I can finally be free and stop having to rely on your stinginess just to get by.
You mean that Vanessa agreed that she would start giving you money every month too?
Well, Vanessa isn't going to be doing so, but her husband certainly is. And he's going to be giving me $3,000 a month, too. Oh, I'm so happy that my daughter finally found a rich man to marry. All my dreams are coming true.
Wow, he's seriously going to give you that much money every single month?
That's right, and it's all thanks to the hard work your sister put in looking for a man, and she may have told a couple white lies about me to ease the process.
White lies? What do you mean? What kind of lies did she tell you about?
Oh, she just told her husband that your father was a horrible gambling addict who left us with tons of debt that I couldn't pay. And about how I had to raise you two all on my own, and how you moved out of the house and hardly ever help us at all despite us begging you to. Apparently your sister was convincing enough to want to make her husband step up and take care of his new mother-in-law. And that's when he offered to send me as much money as I would need to live comfortably.
Now hold on just a second there. You told this guy that your late husband, my dad, was nothing but a gambling addict?
I mean, all I did was stretch the truth a little bit. After all, your dad did used to buy lottery tickets now and then.
So then you besmirched the memory of your own late husband just to make some money? Not only that, but you even lied to your new son-in-law just to exploit him.
I know, isn't it perfect? And now I'm going to get all the money I could ever want in the world.
Mom, I can't believe you would do something like this.
Oh, please, you certainly aren't in a position to start making complaints to me. You had your chance to take care of me, and you failed. Maybe if you had done your job better, then I wouldn't have been forced into a position where I had to lie.
So you're really going to try and pin all of this on me? I don't know what to say. I've worked so hard to support for the past 7 years, and you act like it's nothing.
Oh, please, you were only sending me $1,000 a month. Don't act like you were so special. But now I don't need your money anymore. I found a new source of income, and I'm never going to let him go. So anyways, now that I have no need for you, don't bother talking to me anymore.
Wait, what? You mean you don't even want to talk to me?
Of course not. Oh, and by the way, you should know that your sister's wedding is today. Not that there's a seat for you here anyway. You can just sit at home doing nothing but thinking about how you failed me.
Wait, what? Vanessa's going to be getting married today? But, I mean, why is this the first time that I'm hearing about this? Why wouldn't she tell me? Does she really not care whether I'm there or not?
Of course not. Her husband thinks that you're a selfish woman who abandoned your family. If he found out the truth, then it would ruin our plan for him to pay me what I need. So you just be a good girl and keep out of this.
So you not only ruined the reputation of my dad, but you also lied about me just for money.
That's right, and we're not going to tell him any more information about you. He knows what he needs to, and that's enough. If he found out any more about you, then it might ruin my image as a poor old woman abandoned by everyone but her one loyal daughter. That's the narrative that we've come up with, and we're not going to let you come here and ruin it.
But it's a lie. You're just lying to this man to steal from him.
Oh, please, it's just another stretching of the truth is all. Besides, it's quite fun acting like someone who you're really not.
So after all this time and effort I put into taking care of you and Vanessa for the past 7 years, this is how you thank me? I can't believe that I really matter so little to you that I'm just being sold out like this. And now I'm not even invited to my own sister's wedding because I'm supposed to be this big villain?
Well, it's not like you even have clothes ready to go to a wedding, right? Besides, I know that you hardly have any money, so it's not like you could go out and get some.
And whose fault do you think it is that I haven't been able to save up any money for myself? It's your fault. It's because I've been paying for you for the past 7 years of my life.
And you've done such a brilliant job doing what you could for me. But the fact of the matter is that it was never enough, and now I don't need you anymore.
Well, fine then. I won't go to Vanessa's wedding. I can see I'm not wanted there anyway.
Yes, that's what I've been telling you from the very start. Nobody wants or needs you around anymore. In fact, you're better off never talking to your sister or I again. You'd just be dead weight and a liability at this point.
Fine. If that's the way you want things to happen, then I'll do as you say. You won't ever see me again. In fact, don't even think of me as your daughter anymore. Got it?
Oh, I'll gladly do that. It works so much better for my new tragic backstory. Anyways, I'm off to enjoy what is sure to be a spectacular wedding. Have a nice life.
Oh, trust me, you're not the only one looking forward to this. But I'm not so sure that the wedding is going to go as planned. You'll find out what I mean soon enough, though.
What in the world are you talking about?
Oh, it's nothing you need to know about for now. But you should know that I'm going to send Vanessa a little wedding present. And hope for the happiness of the newlyweds.
Liliana, what did you do? Where is your sister? Why isn't she here yet? I've tried calling and texting her and she isn't picking up. Do you have any idea at all where she could be?
Oh no, the bride has gone missing on her big day. I wonder what could have happened.
I'm serious. She is supposed to be getting married today. The fiancé is panicking and the whole wedding is falling apart. What did you do? I know that you had something to do with this. Oh, I'll have to go to the police and report your sister missing now.
Calm down, Mom. I really don't think there's any need to go that far. We just have something to talk about, and then I'll let Vanessa go. She'll make it to her wedding, though, don't worry.
Talk about something? What do you mean? I knew that you had something to do with this. You tell me where your sister is and what you've done to her right now.
Oh, I don't know where she is right now, but I know who she's with. I believe it's an old boyfriend of hers, actually.
You mean to tell me that your sister is with an ex-boyfriend on the day of her wedding?
That's right, and by the time we're done talking, she should be on her way. But Vanessa's actually there with this man to apologize to him.
Okay, now I really have no idea what you're talking about. You mean to tell me that she is missing her own wedding to apologize to some old ex-boyfriend of hers?
That's right, she's apologizing for betraying him over and over again. Honestly, even I feel bad for him. Sounds like Vanessa managed to squeeze tens of thousands of dollars out of him while cheating on him. It really is quite a sad situation if you ask me.
Hold on a second. You mean that your sister was having an affair with one of her exes?
That's right, I actually got a message from someone saying that he was an ex of hers and he told me the whole thing. He told me they actually had already been engaged to be married apparently. But that when the conversation turned to actually planning the event, she would always change the subject. In the end, Vanessa dumped the guy because he wouldn't stop talking about getting married. After that, Vanessa stopped talking to him completely and it became clear to him that she was only after his money.
But I had no idea about any of this at all.
Anyways, he reached out to me to try and talk to her. All I did was give him Vanessa's new number. I think that he knew that she was going to be married, although he told me that he didn't blame her if she'd really wanted to get married to another man. He just wanted closure with her, and that's why you have nothing to worry about in terms of Vanessa making it to her wedding on time.
And you're telling me that that's why the bride isn't at her own wedding right now?
I think he just wants to be paid back what he's owed from his fake relationship.
And you really have no idea where your sister is at all right now? You need to tell me if you do so I can go and get her.
I really don't have a clue where she could be, Mom, but I'm sure she'll be back soon enough.
Sis, are you there? You have to help me, please. I need you to give me some money. I'm with an ex here, and he says that he's not going to let me go out until I've paid him back. But if I can't go out now, then I'm going to miss my wedding.
And just what do you think I can do about any of this, huh? Maybe you should ask your fiancé for money. After all, he was nice enough to offer Mom $3,000 a month, right?
Are you crazy? I can't go and talk to my fiancé about this. My ex is asking for $100,000.
You mean you scammed a man out of that much money?
I didn't scam anything. They were gifts for me. But now he's saying I have to pay them back since it was only under the assumption we were going to be getting married. He's accusing me of fraud. Can you believe it? Not only that, but he knows that I was seeing someone behind his back. If my fiancé finds out that he was the other man for a while, then it might blow up my marriage. So please, I really need your help right now.
No, it sounds to me like you need to get out of this mess yourself. Leave me out of it.
You can't do this to me. I really need your help, please. Once I'm married, I can pay you back for everything. I just really need some money right now.
I'm sorry, but you've been getting money from me for the past 7 years. You and Mom have sucked me dry, and I don't feel like helping out either of you right now.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm really not. If you took all this money from this man under a false premise, then you should pay it back. No matter what happens, it really isn't my business. If your wedding falls apart, then that's on you. Anyways, good luck and have a nice life. In the end, Vanessa and my mom tried going to relatives and trying to borrow money, but nobody wanted to help them. Instead, they all wanted to know why I had been unceremoniously kicked out of the family by them. The rest of the family were very upset and said that they were going to stop talking to my mom and Vanessa instead. With no other way to get Vanessa out of her pickle, her marriage fell apart and her fiance canceled their engagement when she didn't show up to the wedding. I hear that Vanessa and my mom have since had to find jobs. Of course, with no real experience, they can only find very low-paying part-time work. They even had to sell their house and moved into a tiny apartment together, where they barely scrape enough money together to make ends meet. All of that being made more difficult by the debt Vanessa owes to her ex-boyfriend, who forced her to sign a contract guaranteeing repayment of her debt.
I know things have happened between us, but you and I are good friends, right? I want to continue to be good friends with you, Stella, so can you please just forgive me for what happened? You have no right telling me that after stealing my fiancé from me. I never stole anyone from you. All that was our destinies aligning. Huh? Destinies aligning? Well, that's what happened, right? If we had all not been going out at the same time and at the same place, something like this would have never happened. And if it wasn't for us seeing one another at work every so often, then we would have never fallen in love. Aren't I right? The fact that you ended up going to the same place for work a few times with Alec is a bit odd, and I guess you could say that it was both of your destinies. But you still knew that he was going out with me, so it wasn't you for letting him go out with you while he was still with me, right? Before you say that was all part of your destinies, maybe you should think of your morals. I had no choice, Stella. When him and I got closer to each other than we'd ever been before, it only took 3 seconds before we knew that we had to be together. Well then, if you thought you were both made for each other, then you both should have at least broken up with their respective partners before you started dating. Then there wouldn't have been any problems, right? But instead, you went behind your boyfriend's back and Alec went behind mine, and you've both been cheating, and that's a huge problem. Well, that was just because we didn't have time to tell anyone, so you can't blame this on me. You literally just stole my fiancé from me, and you still don't feel like you've done anything wrong? I don't care how many times you ask for forgiveness later, I'm not looking back at you. I get that you're never going to forgive either of us, but Stella, do you think you can at least give the speech at my wedding when we make the date? Huh? Speech? We've had that promise for the longest time now, right? We made the promise that when one of us gets married, the other person has to give a speech at their wedding. You think right now's the best time to be bringing that up? Well, you know the both of us very well, so I just thought it'd be best if you gave the speech. That'd make both Alec and I very happy. So you'll give the speech at the wedding, right? We're best friends after all. I don't have the heart to continue calling someone my best friend after they've stolen my fiancé. You should go ask someone else to give that speech. I don't think I'll be able to find anyone else. I'm sure that you're just shocked right now after being thrown away by Alec and all. Anyway, I was thrown away? So how about you just take a little time to yourself to calm down a bit, and then we can talk about this again and have the wedding. What are you talking about? I will make sure to wait as long as I can for you to be understanding of us and for you to make it to our wedding to celebrate. I just thought it'd be the right thing to do after how long we've been friends. What are you going on about? No matter how much time you give me to think about all of this and settle down, it'll never be enough to get me to celebrate the two of you getting married. And the reason for that is obvious, right? I think you're better off just preparing yourself for what comes next. You're all right. You don't have to continue to be that upset about this. I understand you completely. I know how you feel after having something like this happen to you. I mean, we're best friends after all, and have been for the longest time. Just stop all of that. When we've decided on the date to have the wedding, I'll let you know. I don't want you to talk to me anymore.
I finished moving out. I was really enjoying this house a lot, and was hoping that her and I would be able to live here. But I guess there was no other way. I was the one that messed up in the end, and so me having to leave this place is the right thing to do.
I'm surprised it didn't take you longer to understand that you and her are to blame for all of this. Are you sure you know what all you've done wrong?
Oh, I think I've been a bit mean for what I did while with you. And it's been decided by fate that I should be with Sophia. So to keep you from getting any more upset with us, I left the house. And I'll be paying you back for all the money you put into having our parents meet up at dinner that one time.
And so that means we really are through then.
Well, there's nothing else I can do now.
I want to know why you ended up cheating on me. We had been with each other forever and had been talking about getting married for years now, yet you started to cheat on me 3 months ago, right? We only just had our parents meet each other last month, so you were even cheating on me then. So you let our parents meet each other knowing very well that I wasn't the girl you loved? So why did you go through all of that instead of just breaking up with me for Sophia?
There were a lot of things going on.
What things? I'm not pissed at you right now for calling off us getting married or anything like that. I'm pissed about you thinking it was okay to be cheating on me during the time we were getting ready to get married, thinking that it would be fine.
The guy that Sophia had been going out with said he didn't want to break up with her.
And you think that's going to be a good excuse for you too?
I told you I had no other choice. She went through a lot to be with me. The man that she was with wanted her to be around him all the time. But he was so selfish and never once thought about how she felt or whether she was happy or not.
But from all my position, you all seem to be very selfish and careless about others' feelings.
Don't get so upset over that.
So that's what happens to make you cheat on me?
I would have been better off with anyone besides you.
Huh? What do you mean?
We had plans for things between us. Like if A was wrong, then we'd go B, and if B was wrong, we'd go C. But you never seemed to follow any of those plans.
We had made plans for getting married and everything, and yet you're getting upset at me for not always abiding by your plans?
Well, luckily I had a plan for this as well. I had multiple that I kept a secret from you and only thought about during work. Those plans were made in case things between you and I didn't work. And luckily, I managed to make one of my secret plans work out for me.
Hold on, Alec. You're not saying there have been other women besides Sophia, right? Right?
There have been.
I cannot believe this right now.
Luckily, it turns out that Sophia was the right one where we both just started off really well when we first met. And then at work, things were really able to heat up. At first, I thought that I should have just stayed with you since you were my plan A, and things were going so well. You could cook, you could clean, and you could maintain a good pay. That's the reason why I was planning to marry you. And then I started to think about the beauty in Sophia, and the fact that she had her special features as well.
What? What do you think of other people, Alec?
I'll let you know this as a way of easing your mind. You and I are over, and that's due to your overstaying your visit with me. Us men are much more into women that have the looks, rather than those that have the skills. And so when I compare you to Sophia, she's off the charts with how beautiful she is as a woman.
And so you decided to choose her over me because of her looks?
I chose her for her looks because that's what will make me happy. Like when you and I go out to eat at a restaurant, you're always going with us some plain old pasta dish that makes you look boring. But with Sophia, she will eat everything but the boring dishes, and it makes her look all exciting and fun.
That's a completely different issue, Alec.
No, that's another thing I think about. You're just boring and plain like a lot of other women. And that's why I ended up going out with someone like Sophia behind your back. But at least I know that what I did was wrong, and that's why I'll make sure to pay you back for all the problems I've made for you. So now you should be happy, and we can be done with this conversation.
Done with it?
You and Sophia have been best friends for a long time now, right? So that means you need to be celebrating your friend's happiness. Even after what's happened, I like the two of you to continue being good friends, okay? Well, I've talked long enough. All I really wanted to say to you was that I finished moving out. So I'm finished. Thanks for everything we once had together.
Stella, it's been a little while. I have some things to update you on, okay? Alec and I have made plans for our wedding, and I made sure to send you an invitation in the mail. I got it. Wait, really? Thank goodness. I only knew the address of the place that was supposed to be where Alec and I lived, so since that was the last place I knew you'd been living, I decided to send the invitation there. But I wasn't sure if you were there anymore, and so I was a little worried about if you'd get it or not. Well, I have moved out of that place. Luckily, the mail service realized that that wasn't my house anymore and had the mail redirected to me. Huh, I see. Have you taken a look at the card yet then? Alec and I put a lot of effort into making sure that card came out looking cute. You really didn't have to send me this invitation though. But we promised that you'd be coming to give that speech at the wedding, right? So you really were being serious about having me give that speech then? Well, we had made that promise long ago and had always been talking about it, right? I doubt you'd say no to giving the speech now, right? I mean, you always made it very clear to me ever since elementary school that you'd never break any of our promises, right? But I really don't want to give a speech about someone who has no morals. I made sure to save up a ton of money over this last year, and now we'll be giving an absolutely amazing wedding. We had to end up taking out a little money, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, right? And so there was no point in us holding anything back. I think even you'll be blown away by all the decorations when you come. Just make sure that when your time comes, you don't have your wedding here, though. This invitation has everything written down on it, like the address and such, but who do I call to say that I'll be coming? We already expect you to come. So you didn't even get an answer from me, yet you just assumed that I'll make it? I know that you'll be coming, right? After all, this is Alec and my wedding that we're talking about. Well, it's for that very reason that I don't actually want to come there at all. Are you saying that you still have some feelings about what happened a year ago? I really thought that with the amount of time you've had, you would have gotten all over that by now. It's been a year, Stella. So just let it go, okay? Alright? I made sure to let that all go, and so did Alec. That's not something you should be saying to me. I get it. I'll take you off the guest list. Guest list? But that means you have to at least give the speech. You made that promise to me, so you have to come for at least that part. And you feel okay leaving me to make a speech up for your wedding? Of course I do. Let me think about that a little and I'll text you later. I believe that you'll be able to give the best speech for us since you're my best friend and are Alec's ex. After this will be your speech. Have you gotten everything ready? Are you feeling a bit nervous? You think now's the good time to be looking at your phone texting me while you're having your wedding going on? Well, it has been a long time now since our little incident, and I know you should be over it by now. And now that I'm so excited to just have you here ready to give the speech, I thought I'd just check up on you to make sure you're doing okay. Well, thanks for worrying about me, but I'm not in any way nervous about the speech. Thank goodness. I hope that you don't back out of this right before you get on stage. You're going to go through with the promise you made for me, right? I made sure to get myself prepared for my best friend's speech, and I've brought a lot of tissues to dry my tears with when it's all over. Of course, you'd better look forward to this. Thank you, Stella. I made sure to call in a special guest as well. A special guest? You said that you were fine with me making up the speech, right? I just asked the staff about them and they said they're coming soon. You'd better listen very closely to this speech, okay? Stella, what are you thinking? And what were you thinking running out of your own wedding before the speech even ended? You're the one that asked for me to do the speech for you, right? I wasn't even able to get all the special guests onto the stage before you run off. What is this whole thing with you and those special guests? I was hoping that this speech was going to be something heartwarming that would make me cry over how happy I am to have you as a friend. Did you not see who all I brought out? They're all the different women that your soon-to-be husband has been cheating on you and I with. Huh? They're all his other women? Well, some of them are also your exes and his exes. What are you talking about? Well, the man you had been with a year ago came out on stage. You had run away from him right before the two of you were supposed to get married to steal Alec from me. But there are others here now, and they're all your current flings and affairs. One of them is the guy you bring with you when you go on trips to Mexico, since Alec doesn't handle spicy foods all too well. There's also the other guy that you bring with you when you go to shopping for clothing and accessories. Wait a second, why? Why do you know about all of them? Well, the person that I began to talk with after you took Alec away from me was your ex-boyfriend, and it seems that he was able to find all sorts of people you've had relationship with. And he told me everything I needed to know about you. About me? Wait, but why? This was to allow the both of us to make sure that we can get a settlement from you guys for everything you did to me and your ex. Huh? I had always been suspicious of you though. I really wanted to know why you and Alec decided to run from me and your ex so fast. And even though we knew you both had been dating behind our backs, it was hard to figure anything out about you two because you were so good at keeping secrets. And I told you the reason we left you guys was to do various things. Alec told me that the reason he took you was because your boyfriend was selfish and wanted you around him 24/7, but that's not the truth at it at all, is it? The real reason was because you had no money of your own after leaving your job, and so you continued to rely on your boyfriend at the time for money. You knew that by breaking up with him, you'd have no money to get a place of your own, right? And so to save money, you stayed with him while going out with Alec. Why do you know all about that? Remember that I've been talking with your ex about all of this, and I'm aware the reason you've had the man you go shopping with behind everyone's back is so that you don't have to use any of your own money because he'll pay for you. He told you that? I've made sure to talk to all your men. We had to see how many men you've been going around with and pleasing to make sure we had enough evidence for when your ex plans on getting his settlement from you. Then what's with those women that were coming on stage with you? Those would be the women that Alec keeps around as his fallback plans. Fallback plans? In other words, women he's been going out with. A year ago, Alec was telling me about how he had other women that he could use in case things didn't work out. You had all your men with you for different reasons, like for going shopping or going on vacations to Mexico. Well, Alec had all his other women with him in case you and him didn't work out. What the hell? He's made sure that if, on the off chance you did end up a failure in his eyes, he'd have 5 other women to choose from so that they could meet his current needs. And because of that, at times, if you're not doing well in bed, or are not going out with him to certain places he wants to go, he'll go out with one of them instead. 5 other women? So you're saying that besides you and I, he has 3 others? Well, the women I have with me right now are the ones he had as fallback plans a year ago, but I'm sure now he has newer women to fall back on. He was planning on marrying me? So why would he have other women with him if he's chosen me? Well, I'll be honest, I'm not sure what he's thinking by marrying you. This is screwed up. And so now that you're all caught up, I made sure that each and every one of these people had a speech ready for you, all for the sake of the newly married couple. Wait! What are they all going to say? They're just going to talk about what any other reason would say during their speech. They'll talk about what kind of relationship you guys will have after getting married, and they'll think about what kind of people the two of you will turn into, and I'm sure at the end, they'll talk about the relationship they had with you guys that led them to this wedding. And once all of that is over, the speech will be done. Wait, if they talk about the relationship they've had with us, all of our guests here will know the truth. And that doesn't mean just me, but Alec as well. Oh, are you guys really going to be embarrassed by everyone finding out about the people you really are and what you've both been doing? All of them are the people we've been with behind each other's back. Of course we'll be embarrassed. But you said it would be okay for me to make this speech for you two, so I made sure that this speech would be like any other wedding speech. I just took a template from online and had each one of them fill it out of the truth. You're kidding! What am I going to do about this? Well, I need to get back to upholding my end of the promise, and then after that, we'll be going. Wait a second, Stella! You've started to ruin all of the wedding. You come and take care of all this right now. Hey, Stella! It's because of you that my wedding was a failure. Because of me? It's because of us both learning about our other partners that Alec and I are now divorced, and right now we're trying to figure out which one of us is going to pay for all that wedding. And what makes this all worse is that our parents aren't even bothering to help us. All of my savings went into paying for my dress and all my stylists. I have nothing left now. Is that so? Well, having a lot of savings is pretty more important for a wedding, huh? Don't start lecturing me on all that stuff now. It's because of you that both my wedding and my marriage are now gone. And the house we've been living in is under Alex's name, so he's asking me to leave. But I don't have any money to move out to anywhere. And when I tried to move back in with my parents, they told me they never wanted to see me again. Well, that is pretty tough, isn't it? I'm sorry to bring this up during your difficult times, but a year ago today, Alec and I were planning to get married. Why would you say that now? I now know that you were with Alec while he was cheating on me at that time, so I was wondering if it would be okay for me to get money from you for ruining my life. Huh? Like a settlement? I just thought I'd get my money from you now since your ex is doing the same thing with the both of you. Don't you dare do that. Why do you think it's alright to ask me to pay you anything right now? I just assumed I have the right to. Well, all of that happened over a year ago now, right? Well, did your ex or I ever say that we were over any of that yet? You seriously haven't yet? You and Alec were the only two that decided that we should have just been over it as easily as you both were. But unlike you and Alec, your ex and I were hurt very badly by what you both did. And so now it's our turn to make sure you both learn your lessons. I was just told by my parents that they don't want to see me and I'd have no money for a home. Yet you still think it's okay to ask me for money? I don't have any money to pay you with, so you're just going to destroy me. That's okay. In order not to destroy you, I'll make sure you can pay the settlement off over time in smaller payments. But we haven't even decided on who's going to be paying for the whole wedding yet. Well, that's both of your responsibility, so I don't care too much about that. But you're my best friend. Well, up until a year ago. And I apologize for what happened in the past. That was not the kind of problem that it could be solved with an apology, Sophia. You're a freaking adult now, so you should have known that. I think right now you shouldn't be wasting any time with me and should be using it to find yourself a job. Come on, Stella. You're really going to try and get a settlement from me? Stella, I'm your best friend, so you should be able to understand the trouble I'm going through. We're best friends, right? Help me. I was able to get a settlement made from what Alec and Sophia did to me a year ago. Alec was able to pay me in one full payment. And as for Sophia, she's going to be paying me over time. And as for the aftermath of the wedding, Alec had a lot of guests there from work and those that were his friends. But over time now, they've all started to say goodbye to him due to all his cheating and the way he handled all those women. The only other thing I know about him now is that he's moved away somewhere far to try and run away from his mistakes. As for Sophia, she has left any ties she had with her old company behind and is now working part-time work to try and save up whatever she can.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.